What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Saturday, December 30th, 2023, and we are here for, as y'all can see, the final roast of the year. And this is a perfect one to do on a person who has been entered into the Bed Bucking Hall of Shame once before, but that was a pre-recorded video. But we're here to roast him live on the channel, and I am multi-streaming this on X and on Instagram. However, when I drop the link at the end of my portion of the roast to let people come up, if you do want to come up, because I know y'all gonna have something to say about this, y'all will have to be here on the channel in order to access it. But shout out to everybody who was here so far. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. If you are a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. Shout out to everybody who came through to the end of the year stream/celebration last night. We had a really good time. Y'all also found out that I'm doing a new series called the We Fought Back series. For those of y'all who are unaware, that is the new series that I'm starting. As a matter of fact, when I was done with the stream last night, I recorded the prologue. So that will be up on Wednesday, the 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I can't wait for y'all to see that. And that's going to pretty much kick off the entire series right there. But with that being said, let's go ahead and see who is here so far in the chat. We have 25 Kid, Vlad Determined Hustle, Janesta, Marcus B, Sean S. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing your name, but it's spelled K5LTA. I'm sure I don't know. You have to let me know how you say that. Trill Fate, James War, Demarcus Vaughn, Urban Green, Kid Gravity, Denise Scales, Key Prince, Chris Vesey, Ren McKinley, Hooker Spit Baby Tears. What an interesting name. J.M. Y'all, Corey Jones, Anthony Phillips, Kazama Fury, Char Willie, J. Cage, LB, Letitia, William, and Johnny, who are here so far. I hope everybody is having a good day so far. This is going to be a very interesting roast. When I saw what this individual posted up on X, I said, yeah, I'm going to have to cook him before 2024. And no time like today, it's Saturday, it's kind of cool out today. I don't know where y'all at, but where I'm at, it was kind of cool. I went to the gym earlier this morning and it was very cold. It was very cold. But we about to warm ourselves up with this roast. Shout out to Patricia. She's Jersey City. Shout out to Jersey City. So before we actually get into all of this, how many people in the chat right now are familiar with CJ Pearson? Like you may have heard the name before, or you've heard of him altogether. And also you can put it in the chat if you have not heard of him as well. I'm going to give you a little slight rundown of his history before we actually get into it. All right, Denise, she put a 1. If you've heard me talk about him before and you've been subscribed to my channel, then you've definitely heard of him. LB said 1, DSM Sinister said 1, JM said 1, Key said 1, Anthony 1, Ren 1. Well, that's good. I have a lot of people in here who are aware of who this guy is. All right, we have one person that says that they don't know Damon. Well, Damon, CJ Pearson is this. Well, he came onto the scene when he was like 14 years old. I think he was 14. He's like 21 now. Doesn't look it. He looks way older than. You'll see what I mean when I say that. I had to put the filter on to make him appear a little bit younger in that thumbnail. He was 14 years old when he first burst onto the scene, and he literally came out the gate starting with the buck dancing very, very early. And one of the questions that many of us asked was, where are your parents? And that's a question I've been asking when it comes to a lot of these tap dancers. We never know who their parents are. We never seen them in any pictures, none of that. Even at family functions, they're usually always around PC, which we know is not their family. But he came onto the scene like when he was like 14 years old, like in tap dancing early, with the conservatives, as I like to call them. He was around for a little bit. I've always found it kind of weird that you had these grown adults literally trying to prop up this child the way that they was. It looked very groomish. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It looked very weird. And then he just kind of faded into obscurity like after about a year or so. Didn't see him again. Then he popped back up like last year with the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and now he is attached to PragerU. And what have I told you? If there is any black person that is attached to PragerU, they are buck dancing. There's no in between with that. And I think I said it last night. If they are attached to PragerU, they are automatically on the tap dancing stage. And he definitely is there. That's just a small little snippet that I can give you about him. But when you see what he posted up the day after Christmas, this is going to solidify it for you. Like, this is probably going to be one of the funniest roasts ever. Not only because it's so easy to debunk what he said, but it was other people in the comment section. I'm gonna show you some of the comments that were left under his page when he said what he said. I'm gonna show you some of the comments that was made from people on my page because I reposted it and said what I had to say, and then I'm gonna drop the link and let y'all go in. And because it's the last roast of the year, usually whenever I drop the link for the impromptu streams, I only let it last for like 30 minutes. We gonna let y'all go in for like a full hour. So I hope y'all have prepared what y'all have to say by the end of what I have to show y'all pertaining to him. But it is now 12:11. Let me go ahead and share the page. And we're going to start off with the first post that he made. So this right here is the first post that he made prior to the video that he made after it. So this is a picture of CJ Pearson, not at the current age that he is now. If I had to guess, I couldn't even tell you. I honestly could not tell you how old he is in this picture right here, because this is definitely not when he was 14. I've seen pictures when he was 14 when he first got started. At least when he was 14, he actually looked like a 14-year-old. But it seemed like as he got older, he did a bit of a time jump every few years. You know, he's basically Benjamin Button in reverse. You know how Benjamin Button, when he was born very old. And then as he got older, he got younger. Well, his is the opposite. He's getting older, like when he's supposed to be looking younger. But this is the post that he made right here. Let me zoom it in a little bit so y'all can see the wording a little bit better. He says, "My name is CJ Pearson. I'm 21 years old, but you couldn't tell by looking at him." He says, "I am American, not African American. I celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ." He already messed up right there. Is anybody going to tell him? Not quote unquote Kwanzaa, a fake holiday created by a convicted criminal. Now, what I find to be very interesting is that he says, I celebrate Christmas, not Kwanzaa. Notice he says, I celebrate Christmas and not Hanukkah. Keep in mind, Hanukkah is in the same month as Christmas and Kwanzaa. And Hanukkah has multiple days attached to it, just like Kwanzaa does. But he knew not to say anything disparaging about Hanukkah, and we know why. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. I know probably one person off the top of my head, and someone I went to school with, who actually celebrates Kwanzaa. I tried to celebrate it one year, but it really didn't work. The most I did was just acknowledge the days, because I do like what the days actually represent. But to go full-fledged and say that I celebrate it, I don't. I don't know many black people, specifically it's a lot of black Americans who celebrate Kwanzaa, and that's fine. But he's trying to make it seem like Kwanzaa or Christmas is not a man-made holiday, just like Kwanzaa is. The same with Hanukkah. And that's why I titled this video, the stream, All Holidays Are Man-Made. Exactly, John Shipp. He said Christ, quote unquote, wasn't even born in December and not even on the 25th day. I believe it was like, if you're going by the narrative or by the actual text, it's supposed to be September. Now, before I go on and show you the video, because that's the next tab, look to his bio. Because remember, I told you he works for he's attached to PragerU. So this is his bio right here where my cursor is swirling over. CJ Pearson, PragerU personality, host of the Wrap Up, frequently on Fox News, and he's 21 years old. I told y'all those who are attached to PragerU who are black are tap dancing. Every last one of them. So, Kid Gravity said they celebrate the 25th to coincide with the 9-month anniversary of Jesus' alleged resurrection. Sounds a lot different than actual birth, you know? But let's go on now to the video itself. Now, this is the video that went viral that I reposted onto my page and clowned him over. And he says in the caption, "I've been black for all 21 years of my life, and I have never celebrated Kwanzaa, a fake holiday that was created by a convicted criminal who hated white people." So there he is right there, throwing on the cape for PC, as it to be expected. "I'll stick with Christmas and celebrating the birth of my Lord and Savior." So let's see what he has to say. It's a minute long.
What's up, guys? CJ Pearson here. What the hell is Kwanzaa? Seriously, guys, what the hell is Kwanzaa? Because I'm sitting here, because I've been black all my life, in case you guys can't tell, trying to figure out.
No, we couldn't tell. And we also can't tell that you're actually 21 either. This is a 21-year-old, y'all. I need to see a license or a birth certificate.
What this Kwanzaa nonsense is. Because I have never celebrated Kwanzaa, never intend to celebrate Kwanzaa. And for all my life, I've celebrated Christmas, the birth of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because
now here's the thing. We don't care that you don't celebrate Kwanzaa, but why did you feel the need to get on here, make a post about it, and then follow up with a video? Mind you, the post that he made that we just went over was made the same day that he made this video, but the video came after. It's like he's trying his best to prove a point to his handlers or to his fans or his support or whatever you want to call it. We don't care that you don't celebrate Kwanzaa. There's a lot of people that don't. But we know why you're putting this out there at the same time. But at the same time, Kwanzaa, like Christmas, is a man-made holiday.
That is what I believe. But apparently this holiday is supposed to be connecting me with my African-American roots. But the thing is, I'm not African-American. I'm American.
I'm not African-American. I'm American. His voice annoys me. Nails on a chalkboard. I'm not African-American. I'm American. Listen, when you start hearing talk like that, they're gone. Okay, they're not coming back. You know, if they were even there. Remember, I told y'all he started out like this when he was 14. He's 21 now. Shout out to Blacklight Andrew for the $5 super chat. He said he claims he is 21, but the headline says otherwise. Listen, I told you we're going to go through some of these comments. I'm just going through the video right now. We're going to go through some of these comments that people left. They were cooking him, especially on that hairline.
I was born in Georgia, not Zimbabwe.
Well, that's the thing, though. Kwanzaa wasn't created in Africa, though. I thought people knew that. Kwanzaa wasn't created in Zimbabwe. It was created here. Last I checked.
I celebrate Kwanzaa, some fake holiday created by a convicted criminal who hated white people. I celebrate Christmas. Again, the birth of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Not some make-believe holiday that sounds as if it originated in Wakanda.
And he's mentioned Wakanda. Wakanda isn't even real. I guess we know who who saw Black Panther one too many times and really thought Wakanda was a real place, or unless he's trying to say that as an insult, which most likely is what he's doing. But Kwanzaa wasn't created in Africa. It was created here. Charles says, is he related to Katrina Pearson? I don't know. I don't know who his relatives are, but they need to come scoop his ass up. Shout out to CBP Film for the $5 super chat. Says, oh, I see you're talking about this old young face I get the emojis now. The grift is going to just get worse and is the definition of what that is. Exactly. And thanks for the super chat. We keep telling people this grift stuff they got going on right now, it's about to end. It's done, literally, if you want to be technical. It's come to an end. They just don't realize it yet. And would you believe that this individual has over 450,000 followers on Twitter? He does.
I am so tired of these ridiculous efforts to divide us as a people, as a country. It's sickening, and it is so wrong, toxic, and evil.
So what he's saying is, if people choose to celebrate Kwanzaa instead of Christmas, which he's talking about Black people, then somehow that's dividing the nation. That's somehow creating division if people choose not to celebrate Christmas. He literally sounds like your typical dub S, because I would expect them to say that. But he did not say anything about them folks celebrating Hanukkah, which is like the week or 2 weeks before Christmas. He immediately went to Kwanzaa. Let that sink in. Because he knew who not to talk about. Listen, if you want to celebrate Christmas, go ahead and celebrate it. A lot of people do. Some people do and won't even admit it, but they do. If you want to celebrate Kwanzaa, go ahead and celebrate it. There's nothing wrong with it. Go ahead and do it. But he's trying to make it seem like it's a bad thing if you do celebrate it, as if Kwanzaa is some kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? Some kind of demonic celebration. But remember, when it comes to Black people, whenever we do something, it's always seen as negative. It's always seen as very dark or rooted in darkness. This is nothing more than a Dear John letter to to Massa, Mr. Charlie and Miss Ann, to continue to supply him with some butter biscuits. He wanted some more gingerbread cookies with a sprinkle of butter dust on them. Not sugar, but butter dust. So that was the video. But I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some of the comments, because there is some more tabs that I got to show you involving this nonsense from him. And trust me, the thumbnail that I made for this video, for the stream, comes into play, but y'all will see what I mean when I get there. So, okay, so let's start with this comment here. Gunpowder and holy water, well, at status_culture said, Buddy got one of those third world birth certificates because ain't no way he's 21. Then CJ came back and responded with all due respect, With that beanie off, you probably look like you and Harriet Tubman could have been first cousins. Please don't play with me. You know what? Let me read this in his voice. With all due respect, with that beanie off, you probably look like you and Harriet Tubman could have been first cousins. Please don't play with me. He sounds all nasally when he talks. And notice he had to bring up Harriet Tubman. Now, he really shot himself in the foot with that one, because we all know what Harriet Tubman did to the traitors, which he definitely would fit the description of. But the roast wasn't done, or the back and forth wasn't done between him and this person named Gunpowder and Holy Water. They said, bro, you're 21 with a receding hairline and an MLK mustache. You might want to sit this one out. Black people ain't bothering nobody with that holiday. Oh, yeah, I told you. If y'all thought the replies was something, the quoted repost were even funnier. This person named General Back Pain said, dude is zesty for sure. Another person says, I'm confused. He looks super young to me. What a weird comment. You think this looks young? That's one of his supporters, y'all. They be up here just lying. This person said, you and Candace must have gotten the same memo. Seems the folks who are cheering you on are of a lighter hue than you. If you are quote unquote 21 and never heard of Kwanzaa before, well, that's a red flag. Number two, if you're truly interested in unity, you wouldn't be disrespecting others people's beliefs. And then they said WWJD, as in what would Jesus do? Another person just put a bunch of laughing emojis, more laughing emojis. Someone said this nigga's eyes are looking at different hemispheres of the world. Someone says, damn, 21, a young coconut. Someone said he just played Little League last year. He was 13. I'm telling you, like, they was going in on him. Because, and the thing is, he bought it on himself. Like, he really did. I'm going to look at some of these reposts and see what they going to say up on here. So we have Nikki Barnes says 21 where? I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. He looks like he's raised 2 secret families. Being a black Confederate must age you like a banana. Someone else said, working hard for that white appreciation certificate to come in the mail. Laughs in Paris Denard. Someone else says, me every time when niggas feel like they have to declare they hate Kwanzaa, won't celebrate it, and list a whole bunch of monkey shit, which inevitably turns into cracker worship. Another person said, this dude aged horribly. Someone else said, how many years? Now, this was what I said right here. Now, my post right here got probably the most traction out of everybody else that said something. That's not an ego thing, but that's just a factual thing, because I was looking. I said a quote unquote word from the oldest looking 21-year-old ever. Let's see what people had to say in the replies. Shout out to Grind and Motivate. He said, yeah, he was dealt a bad hand on the genetics. The Resistance says 21, his other genes must be aging him because he looks more like 41. Knockdown Boxing Sports and Entertainment said, what's this guy's name again? His name is CJ Pearson. Someone else said, could it possibly be that his mom is white and that's why he ages so rapidly? I said, we never saw his parents and been asking about them since he was 14. Someone else said, dude, it looks like his name should be Thurgood. Someone else said, haircut and mustache explains it all. Miss Parker said, 20 what? You a damn lie. Someone else said, is that Carlton Banks' son? And so on and so forth. Like, I mean, literally, under my post, that's literally all they were doing was roasting his looks. So I don't have to go really any more further than that. So let's go to the next post, which is this one right here. Because apparently he felt so offended by people coming at him about his post that I guess this was his way of clapping back. So he made this post right here 2 days later on the 28th. He said, there are all these black people. Hold on, I got to do the voice. There are all these black people and white liberals in my mentions calling me a raccoon for refusing to acknowledge Kwanzaa as a real holiday. But whenever I ask them for a pic of them celebrating Kwanzaa, they go mute. It wasn't hard for me to find this Christmas pic, though. No one asked you to go find a picture, you dummy. See what he's doing? Like, he has to feel like he has to prove. This dude literally went into a photo album to pull out this picture to prove that he's been celebrating Christmas and to try to dare someone to pull out a picture of them celebrating Kwanzaa. Like, what is this? Listen, y'all can't tell me that's not how he sounds. I already played the video for those of y'all who didn't hear his voice before. That's exactly how he sounds when he talks. Like I said, he sounds real nasally. But nobody cares. Like I said, must have got under his skin so bad that he had to go pull up a picture of him when he was a child in front of his Christmas tree. For what? Exactly, Denise. He's looking for validation. Jennifer said, I know a pic from 1983 when I see it. Shout out to Kid Gravity. I know he was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here now, but he left a comment right here. Kid Gravity said, you're celebrating a pagan holiday, old young man. Libero Horatio said, you wore a tie even back then. Of course, the only people that's bigging up in this picture or calling him adorable, of course, are his PC stands. But we, on the other hand, are saying something completely different. Black Haven says, how old were you? 14? But I'm not going to go through all of those, but I'm going to show you the one I said about him. Because here's mine right there at the top, because I think I was probably one of the last ones that said something. I said, something tells me this pic was taken the same year he was born. So, yeah. But he did all of that to try to prove a point, and he ended up making himself look even more goofy than he was when he posted that one video. So now I'm going to show you the last one. Now, remember what I told y'all to keep the thumbnail in mind of that picture of him holding the KFC bucket with the chicken. Now, somebody in the chat actually acknowledged what that was before I really got into the stream, but I didn't say anything because I wanted y'all to wait until we got to this point. So this picture right here, when I was looking up a picture to put on a thumbnail, I said this would be perfect for it. But I didn't know where it came from. So when I clicked on it, it took me here. So on this picture, he's holding a bucket of KFC chicken. He looks like he already took a bite out of it. He's literally looking like the typical like jigaboon. And look what he wrote in the caption. Happy Juneteenth. He took a picture with the bucket of chicken and wrote Happy Juneteenth at the top of it. But he managed to go on a little rant talking about why he celebrates Christmas, the quote unquote birth of his Lord and Savior. But what I thought even more interesting was when I went down and I was looking at the comments, the first person to leave a comment was Kim Klasick. Yes, Kim Basic Klasick out of Baltimore. The same woman who has a stripper background, the same woman who met her husband who already had 5 kids before they had their child, her husband in a strip club. The same one who was trying to run for a political seat in Baltimore, and they ran her ass off the block because they saw how phony she was. Up there cackling like the hyena she is because she thought this post was so damn funny. Like I said, the grift is almost done. It's actually pretty much done for many of them, like the two clowns that you see right here. Kid Gravity said her people are from the Caribbean. Well, that explains a lot. A whole lot. Now I got a question to ask those in the chat. Are y'all ready for the link? Are y'all ready for the link? Let me know if y'all are ready for the link. We got 211 people in here. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button because we about to cook some more because I know y'all got something to say. And again, if y'all are watching me on Instagram or on X and you want to come up and voice your opinion about this, you're going to have to come over to YouTube in order to do it. I'm going to keep the line open for about an hour because, like I said, this is the last roast of the year, and we will go from there. So I just posted the link right there in the chat. I'm going to pin it to the top, and y'all can feel free to come on up. You know, Denise, I literally said that in my head before you typed that. I said if Wallow J is in this chat right now, he might be the first one to pop up. If he's in the chat. I'm not sure if he's in here, though. But the link has been dropped. Whoever wants to come up and talk and speak about this, feel free to do so. Cosmo Fury, what's going on?
Hey, what is going on? Oh, man. I know what the C stands for.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Chappelle's Show, what was the character he played now? But this one can see.
Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby Jr., Pearson. I swear, because you could tell this whole thing is performing, but that don't make it any better for us as Black people looking at him like bro, like, knock off the theatrics, man, because you're going to close the gate on your face, like I said in the comment section. Like, I cannot stand people like this. I actually, unfortunately, here, like working in the EMS business, unfortunately, I know a lot of Black people who work around racist EMS workers and police officers who act like this. Yeah, like
I know it probably just makes you itch, like, ugh.
It does. Because people think I'm antisocial because I'm just don't like anybody. No, I can smell and see your bullshit, and I don't want any part of it. Because it gets you nowhere. Like this, look where it got Stacey Dash. Where is she?
Exactly. Or Paris Denard is another one.
Getting beat up by getting into abusive relationships with Mr. Charlie and all of the white men she tried to marry. I mean, like, I don't see no way out of this for people like him and Dom Fake. Once you're done. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that wake up call because I swear, like, it's over.
And I always say that they're going to get their wake up call from the people who ask they kiss all the time. And that's always how it happens. And I said, you can't come back over here. Well, first off, they were never over here. Like people like CJ Pearson, he was never over here. He was like when we first heard about him when he was like 14, he started off on the wrong foot. Like it's not like it's not like he grifted from one side and went to the other to get a bag. He was always there.
Wow, which goes to show he probably was adopted, more than likely.
Probably, because we've been asking about to see his parents for years. To this day, we still don't know what his parents look like.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Oh, he was created in a test tube. Who knows?
Yeah, like they said on Baby's Kids, test tube, baby.
I got a feeling like he was an experiment, like the Manchurian Candidate or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
it's
yeah,
unfortunate.
him, Loomis, self hate, and you know who else I want to throw into this real quick before I finish? That I'm waiting for the wake up call.
Who's that?
Eric July. I cannot stand him.
Oh, yeah, he's actually kind of getting some kind of a wake up call from what I've been hearing over the last couple of months, and he's another one that seems like to not really realize it. But he wants to go and hang with them geeks and gamers over there, and we already know how they get down. I've called them out several times. Even Professor Black Troopers called them out too. But hey, if that's where they want to go, it is what it is. Because I know he got caught up in some kind of a lawsuit or something like that. I didn't look into all the details because really I didn't care.
Oh, I could tell you real quick is what he named his comic back, the ISOM, is a acronym that a church uses, and now they suing him because of that. That comic book is trash anyway. I'm be honest with you, it's trash. But he was propping it up that it's not woke. He's one of those people, and him, Pearson, Ekpanobi, and many of the other tethers just like they all read out of the same book. Unfortunately, even some of the people who do content use it the bastardized way that do content. Black male content creators, like unfortunately Jada Black. I'm like, bro, like what the word mean. Why are you even using it in that way? But yeah, as for staying on Pearson, I'm just he gonna choke on one of those chicken bones one day, and that's all I have to say about that.
All right,
and the biscuits too, no water.
Like I said, the butter dust. That's the new one, y'all. He wanted his gingerbread cookies sprinkled with butter dust. That's the new one right there. Mark that down. We're gonna mark the hey y'all. That's a new phrase started over here. I don't know where it just popped up in my head. There's not something that I came into the stream getting ready to say. That literally popped up in my head on the spot. Butter dust.
It's a good one. All right, man.
All right.
Thanks
for coming up.
You're welcome.
Shout out to Cosmo Fury. Before I bring up the next person, let me give an acknowledgement to Blacklight Andrew for the $2 super chat. He said, bro got a permanent citizenship in the sunken place. Damn, he do. Shout out to you. And also shout out to Char Willie for sending me the $5 super chat. She said, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. So let's bring up the next person, AW1. What's going on?
Yeah, what's up, Torian? So another one. So we got another clown bites the dust, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't think he's bitten the dust just yet, but I mean, the little particles, they're kind of hovering over him like Pigpen on, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, this one I haven't heard of, and I'm glad I did. But you said he's 20. Are you sure he's 21?
That's what he said. I mean, that's what he said. Like, and I think the dates line up because, like I said, when we first heard about him when he was 14, so that means that was 7 years ago. If he just turned,
he might have been 20. He might have been 21 then, or
I'm telling you, all that buck dancing and tap dancing ages you. They say black don't crack, but he's starting to crack early. And what's so crazy is he's cracking before some PC folks do, and we know they crack early. That is insane.
Facts. I will, but I'm gonna just tell you this. First off, I'm gonna just say congratulations on you for getting more subscribers, getting your own store, actually being a proud black man. Unlike this clown.
Yeah, he told you in the video. He says, "I'm not an African American. I am an American." Okay, we know where you're headed with that. Okay. That's why I said when people do stuff like that, like Cosmo Fury just said, he's being performative. Like that's all they do. That's all they know how to do is to perform for them.
Well, and then you just played a joke that he said about Harriet. I mean, it's like,
like you threw your. That's what I said. You literally threw yourself under the bus when you did that.
You threw yourself under the bus.
I said, you must not know that he probably don't. I said, you must not know the history of Harriet Tubman, what she did to the traders. You would have, if this was the case, you would have had another hole in your head. messing with her.
Right. I will say this. His picture right here just says it all. I need to know about this fool.
I said this was when I was Googling an image to put on this thumbnail. I said this was the perfect one to use. And see, the thing is, I had to throw the filter on there so it could listen. This filter on here is going to be as young as he looks at this age. Because if I didn't put that filter on there, he would be like, who is this old looking dude? Like, that's crazy. Because I know when I was 21, I still looked relatively like I was still in my teens. I still had a very youthful look to me, even though 21 is still youthful. But you're 21 and you look this old. Like, that is insane. And that's not, that's not us like, well, this kind of roasting you, but at the same time, that's genetics. So I mean, you can't really help that. But damn, it was a line. I don't know if you've ever saw the movie The Seed of Chucky, but it was a line.
Yeah, I've seen it years ago.
So you remember the line where Chucky and Tiffany met their son for the first time, and Chucky was like laughing so hard. He said the boy looked like he fell out of the ugly tree and had every branch on the way
down. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, now I do.
Well, there you go.
Well, I'm gonna just say this, man. Yeah, it's good that you call out our enemies because we need to know who they are. And I'm gonna just say this: I'm proud to be woke. When people say I'm woke, never get mad, Torian. Black people never get mad. Because I'd rather be woke than asleep to the lies and truth. He just goes along to get along. Us being woke just means that we just know what it is,
Right.
Exactly. We're aware of what's going on. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let my plane there, man. You have a good day. Have a happy New Year, brother.
You too. Shout out to AW1. Next up, we have Blueberry Muffin. What's going on?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm still eating breakfast right now, and I had your live stream on, and I had to put down the mimosa. I was choking, I'm choking on home fries right now because this CJ Pearson character, I remember him from 7 years ago, and I looked at this and I just said, you know what? He was probably adopted by some PC people, and they trained him like those poodles, to jump through those hoops and stuff like that. And they got him saying stuff pre-programmed and primed for his own destruction. Now, I did check out his page where even regular mild-mannered folks like me was roasting him, especially off of that Harriet Tubman comment. I'm like, now I know that you're not one of us, okay? Because you do not disrespect the mother of the civil rights movement, okay? Harriet Tubman, what they call the Black Moses, all right? And you just don't disrespect Black women, period, especially leaders. And let me tell you something. This isn't a man. This is a man-child, all right, who has no self-respect. And you know what? Just like the previous man who came on here and said he's proud to be woke, I am too. And you know what? I need to turn this little boy over across my knee and spank his butt.
Wow, you took it old school with that one.
I'm 47 and he looks older than me.
Woo!
When I was 21, people demanded that I prove that I was 21 because I still look like I was in high school.
Yep. Asking to see the ID and all of that.
And well into my 30s, people still ask, okay, yeah, ma'am, we know that you're 31, 32. We just need to see your ID. Or a lot of people are like, damn, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to. It's like, no, you're just checking ID and stuff. But like you said, when you're rolling, when you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. When you're rolling with those PC racists, those lies twist your insides out. And that's why he's looking old. And yeah, his ninja wake-up call is coming. They're going to break him just like they broke Candace Owens. All right? So in closing, boots to asses 2024.
Right. Thank you for coming up. Shout out to Blueberry Muffin for coming on. Next up, we got Jacoby. What's going on?
What's going on? She said, "Who the asses?" She about to give him. She about to give him the rock bottom. But look how shitty the hairline is, right? As you can look at that.
I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you, he goes to Supercuts.
Man, that forehead looks like an option retractable convertible off his Corvette if he even has one. Man, look at that damn hairline. Anyway, so he said Juneteenth fried chicken. This is what this fool said.
Yeah, he posted up a picture of the picture that you see right here. That's where I got it from. He took a he has I don't know if he took a picture. Someone took a picture of him eating the KFC chicken and put Happy Juneteenth above it.
And he's shitting on Black Americans. He's shitting on Black history.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Man, he need his ass whooped. Okay, so look, I'm foundational Black American on my mom's side. My dad's Ethiopian. I have enough sense to know not to even cross that line because I knew what my ancestors had to fight for. And this fool over here, even if he was raised by a PC, you should have the least decency and wherewithal to know that you still a Negro, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't come with a retirement package. I'm just want to point that out. But see, once they ride that wave, they know they can't stop that wave.
Exactly.
And so he can't come over here.
Mm-mm.
He cannot come over here. You doing this Kentucky Fried Chicken thing, and okay, Juneteenth was about Kentucky Fried Chicken. Juneteenth was something done down in Texas where we all found out a few years ago that they didn't tell the slaves that you were free years later. So I don't know where he's getting this from, and I don't know just because someone tells you jump off the bridge doesn't mean you should do it.
Exactly.
And so listen, you are Black in this country. You are Black,
mm-hmm.
and you will be treated accordingly. And and so let him have his wake up call. Let him have it because I'm petty. Oh, I'm petty like I'm.
Listen. We right there. We right there.
Yeah, because you should know better. And hopefully, all this roasting, hoping to wake that damn coon spirit out your system and get some damn act right. Because at this point, everybody should know that cooning doesn't come with a retirement. Everybody should know this. Everybody should know this. And I don't get it, Torrin. I don't get it.
And here's the thing too, and I had meant to mention that before I started bringing people up, is that this type of Black person right here, CJ Pearson, is the type of person that's allowed to kind of tiptoe into the right-wing conservative space. People like us, we don't stand a chance. And you know what? I'm fine with that. That's like I told you, I'm unaffiliated. So I'm not leaning on either party for anything. That's where I'm at with it. I'm straight down the middle. It is what it is. But people like a CJ Pearson, that's the type of people that they love because they can hide behind him and use him as a shield. But the thing is, he has to stay within that lane because if he steps out of it, they can disparage, they can discard him and just bring in another person. Don't think they don't have another quote unquote CJ Pearson lined up because they always have their ducks in a row. And when one falls off, they'll just pluck another one up from the lineup and put them there, program them, and all of the other stuff, and let them be the replacement.
And it's like a DMV ticket. Next, ticket 2223. Next, 2224. Next, you better make this good. Yeah, man. Yeah, but everybody. But this tactic ain't working. I don't know why they keep doing it though. It don't work.
Yeah, it doesn't like we always say. It doesn't have a retirement plan. It's all temporary. Like it's not going to be something that is going to last forever. For instance, look at Candace. This woman literally was buck dancing all the way up until like her last month of her previous pregnancy. Most women, when they're pregnant and they get to a certain point, they're already on maternity leave. This woman had to tap dance because she couldn't go on maternity leave because either A, she needed the money that bad because now she got another mouth to feed on top of the other 2 mouths, well, 3 mouths if you include her husband, all the bills in that house, because
Mhm.
and all of the other stuff. She got a new baby on the way. That's another bill right there, another few bills if you think about it. So this woman literally stomach all the way protruding all the way out there, and she's still doing these quote unquote tours. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I know your feet got to be tired. I know your ankles got to be swollen. I can see it in your face that you don't want to be there, but you're still there because tap dancing for her doesn't take a day off, even when you're pregnant.
Yeah, and the thing about it, I don't really feel bad for her. I just kind of look at her and I say, what a waste. Because um, to what you said about black folks, and I actually almost forgot about it and then I had to go on YouTube and remind myself, oh, yeah, she said we're the highest crime rate, something to that degree. I said, yeah, no, you're gonna
Mhm.
need to stay on over there because since we're the highest crime rate, then you need to stay over there with the grifting because you're already in trouble with Ben Shapiro already. You're already in trouble over there already. So you might as well go and stay on over there and take them L's and live your life with Zaddy, knock
Mhm.
yourself out. But you can't come back over here because we told
Oh,
you.
she was another one that wasn't over here. The only time she was over here was when she was getting that money from the
Yeah,
NAACP for that lawsuit. After that, you didn't see her no more. She ran
yeah.
right over there, and and that's when her grift journey began.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't know about that until people brought it. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." But yeah, no, she need to go and stay on over there because she tapped danced over there about the Palestine thing, and they pulled her coat so damn quick. And I said, "Yeah, I told you it was due to happen. It was gonna happen." So,
Mm-hmm.
people like this, I just don't. They are dangerous to the movement. But the good thing is we have social media to kind of combat this stuff, and we live in this age of information that can combat this. Back then, we really couldn't combat this, and so this is a real good blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about this dude. Damn, that hairline is so. But I'm not really concerned because I never heard of this dude, and
Mm-hmm.
that tells you how much I I don't get out.
Yeah,
I just stick
that's
within
what
my lane.
that's why I'm glad that I'm doing like these type of videos because you said you never heard of them, but I think it was somebody else that said they never heard of them too. Because it's good to know about them now while they're
Mhm.
still kind of low key before they blow
Yeah.
up and then be like, oh, where did they come from? That way, if they pop up, hopefully they don't go any further than this. Then you can say, oh, I remember Torian talking about him. Now I already know
Facts.
who this guy is.
Yeah, but right now we got a legal immigration thing going on. Black folks ain't. It's good to know because now we got them on his radar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But we got illegal immigration thing going on. I ain't got time for hairline PJ, whatever he's trying to figure himself out to be. He looks like a damn male Kamala Harris right now. I don't know. I don't know what this dude is right now. He looks like a
Mm-hmm.
damn black version of Pat. Okay. Okay. All right. But right now we got this going on. We got gentrification still going on. I ain't got time to worry about this fool, man. This dude is just nonsense. And he will
Mm-hmm.
fall off the wayside, just like everybody else, just like Role the Boule bird. He look, those folks don't mean nothing to us because they are irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
And they can keep going on doing this all they want to. But the new black media has spoken. The new black movement grassroots have spoken, and they're going to fall off the wayside. They're not going to be here with us in 2024 like they thought they would. We got Governor Ron DeSantis who wants to get rid of Black History.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't got
And
time to worry.
ironically, he works for PragerU, which is the
Yeah,
organization that was trying to slip in their quote unquote educational materials in there as if it was facts in that same state of Florida.
yeah, and then we have to combat that. And so, but see, I sit there and I look at what they said they couldn't do for black people, and I get angry, I get upset, and I say, you know what? instead of me being angry, upset, I am going to do something about it. Because see, that's what black folks, that's what we do. Is when you piss us off, we ain't going to tell you that we pissed off. You just going to find out. And be like, gee, where'd the black folks go? Don't even need to ask. Because when we asked you to do something that was very simple, you sat there and doubled down on it and said, kiss my ass. That's fine. We know what we need to do. So since you feel that the migrants are so much of an issue, that's so much importance, you found all these jobs, you found these $9,000 checks that they're not contributing to the economy because you have such a disdain for black folks. That is totally fine. We will build ourselves up. We will build our cities, and you will have no part of it at all. We will weed out the coons. You will have no part of it at all because see, this is a new day, and it's going to be work in progress. Because if they wanted to save America, they would give reparations to foundational Black Americans. They
Right.
could, and the inflation would drop. The stock market will boom. You remember the Dave Chappelle one where he gave black reparations? The first season of Dave Chappelle, where the black folks got reparations and the stock market boomed, this inflation went down. See, anytime black folks touches something, we move. It goes like that.
Right.
But see, they don't want that, and so I say to you, Torian man, keep doing what you're doing. Have a blessed 2024 and a happy New Year's, man.
You too. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
up. Cool. Next up, we have CBP Film. What's going on?
Hey, yo, what's up, brother? How you feeling today, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, yo, man, I just want to know, man, this motherfucker, you know what? I'm sorry. Excuse me for the cursing. This person is sprinkling butter dust on him like he's Salt Bae. You know what I'm saying? This is a motherfucking slave master son looking ass boy. Oh, receding hairline looking ass boy. Like, man, Joe, I couldn't believe the things that came out. This motherfucker look like Hagar from Final Fight, bro. Have you ever? Oh, how you gonna have an old young face looking ass? Like, you know what?
Yeah, it's like it's stuck going from leaving puberty to going into adulthood, and just somehow got stuck like a Picasso painting. Like,
No.
It's like, yeah,
Bro, no, he didn't step into puberty. That motherfucker went into overdrive puberty.
He stepped over. Like I said, that's why I said
Wait, he got that
went through a
Benjamin
time
Button,
jump.
nigga.
Like I said, he went through a time jump.
Yeah, he got that reverse Benjamin Button. What they call that? When you grow older faster. It's a specific word for it, but I forgot it. But man, I just came up here to really roast that fool, man. Joe, like I'm from man, Joe. The thing is, this is what I want to say about these schools before I get off, because I ain't gonna be too long-winded. He is saying this only because he knows that it's fire for the white races that support him. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, if you got no problem with motherfucking Hanukkah, you know what I'm saying, then you shouldn't be saying nothing about Kwanzaa. Like, cause that is just like right there, that would defute the whole thing you're saying. And then all the other stuff that he was saying, like he was throwing all the racist tropes out there. That's what it was for. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get attention, bro, it's other ways to get attention. You don't gotta be a race baiting motherfucking coon. And that's what I'm tired of. We need like this is what we need to do as black people. You know what I'm saying? At least in my opinion. Get these people like this and find every way to destroy them.
That's why I said I'm bringing them. That's why I said I'm calling it out now, because like I said, a lot of people didn't know until today, who this guy was. But like I said, he's been on the radar for me for years. Now it's just that he had went, I guess you can say, low key for a couple of years, but it wasn't until the Kyle Rittenhouse thing that he popped back up. And the thing is, when I saw a picture,
he was a kid. I never took him seriously.
Exactly.
He was a kid.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at him like
I said, when he was like 14 years old, when he first got started, like put out there like that, we was like, who is this kid that just kind of popped up out of nowhere that they keep propping up like that? And I said, we got to keep an eye on him. And the thing is, like I said, you know, he kind of faded into obscurity. But then when Kyle Rittenhouse, you know, did what he did and was going on his little tours or whatever, I saw a picture with them together. And I looked at the picture. I had to look really hard because, again, he looked old. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that who I
that
think
the
it is?
same 14?
And then I looked at you know, like the underneath it, and it had his name, and I was like, that's that 14-year-old kid. I said, he looks so old. I said, first thing I was like, how old is he now? Because, you know, like some years had passed. And when at the time, he was like 20, maybe. So this had to be like last year. And I said, 20? Are you for real?
Oh, brother. Look, they say black don't crack, but god damn, man, look. I guess, look, man, look. I don't even know what to say, bro.
Because I know how, because I can show pictures of how I looked when I was 20, and I actually looked
me too
younger than 20.
Exactly. Like I look younger than him right now, and I'm way older than he is. That's the crazy part.
Because I always ask people, like some people like ask me, like sometimes just throw it out there and say, ask people, how old do I look? And they never guessed my actual age. It's usually younger than what it is. Maybe by a couple of years, but it's never the actual age.
Yeah, but you do your young, no homo pause. You know what I'm saying? But you do your young, bro. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit. Like, I don't know what's up with this dude. Like, and why did he age so poorly? That's what I want to know. Is it the fact that
I don't know.
I think that's the effects of that or what you call it, that butter dust. That's why I think it's the effects of. It's got to be the effects of the butter dust that's aging and drying out his pores to allow it for him to look this old. It must be the butter dust also allowing to push his hairline in that back. Because, bro, how you got a Stephen A. Smith and you 21?
Mm-hmm. And like I was saying to a couple, I don't know if you caught what I said earlier. How is it that he's cracking at 21 when some PCs don't start cracking till like they're 25? Like, you cracking before they do.
Hey, I guess because, you know, when you got to do that buck dancing take a toll on the body. I'll tell you, at a young age, he's been doing it for a long time. So at a young age, when you're doing all that buck dancing and all that and sprinkling all that butter dust on you, trying to get silky, I guess that's what it does. But I ain't gonna be too long with it. Thank you for letting me up, bro, and let me roast this fool for a second. And have a great rest of your show.
You too. Shout out to CBP for coming up. Before I bring up the next person, Jonathan Gonzalez, he was saying, how do you talk through the stream? The link is pinned at the top of the chat. That's how you'll be able to come up. So next up we have Denise. What's going on?
Oh, Jesus. First of all, if I was CJ Pearson's mama, he wouldn't have got out of my womb. I'd have been like, no, I can't abide this coonery fuckery shit. You're not going to embarrass me. I mean, ugh. Lord Jesus, help me. I'm a mother of a 31-year-old. Mm-hmm. And when he was growing up, I always instilled in him, son, always remember, in America, you are public enemy number one. You're black and you're male. Always remember that. And to wear the two faces. CJ Pearson, lost cause.
Definitely.
Expose his ass. Cook his ass, roast him, fricassee him, boil him, saute him, cut his ass up. Okay, that's my spiel. Be blessed, my baby.
All right, you too. Shout out to Denise. I knew Denise was going to bring that fire when she got up here. All right, next up we have Xavier. What's going on?
Hey, Torian. Compliments of the season, brother.
Thank you.
Sorry, I missed your end of year stream. I was really pissed about that, but I'm here now. I'm actually at work, so I kind of missed a lot of the stream. But I said I gotta get it on this because this guy, I only just found out about him a few days ago. I saw a tweet that he said. It was so
It was the
nasty.
same. It was the same tweet, the same one with the video.
The one where he's talking about Kwanzaa, talking
Yeah.
shit about Kwanzaa. Yeah, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you even talking about? And I put it out there. I was like, dude, these raccoons they make me laugh. They never cease to amuse me. And this guy, he can't be older than what, 20?
Yeah, he's
I don't know
21.
how.
He's 21.
21, exactly. And he's out here talking like he's not black like like the rest
Yeah,
of us.
he
Like,
literally, y'all, just to clarify, he declared it in that video. He said he's not African American, aka black. Let's just say black. He's American. I want
oh
people
my
to
God.
remember that when his wake up call comes, so he cannot circle the wagon back to try to get an assist from us when they finally cut him off.
Amen.
I just want people to put a pin in that he said that. We didn't say that. He said it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, this fool, I said this on that same tweet. I was like, so someone replied my tweet asking, okay, so because he's awake and all that bullshit, and it was obviously it was his target audience, one of his target audience. And I'll put this to him. I was like, okay, fine. He's talking. How is it that of all the holidays you have Hanukkah, Christmas, Independence Day, all those other holidays are perfectly good holidays, but the one that just happens to be for Black people is not good. I don't get it. It
And like I
makes
said, and
zero sense.
remember the picture of the KFC. He put that and said Happy Juneteenth.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
also the disrespectful, if not more than what he said about Kwanzaa.
Exactly.
Because that was not, because he was literally portraying a stereotype, like he biting into a piece of fried chicken from KFC with a smile on his face and then put Happy Juneteenth above it like it was supposed to be funny.
Nah.
Again,
Now,
like we were saying, he's performing. He's being performed.
he is, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. Like he is, he and I know you talk about Candance. I call her Candance, but you know, because she's an idiot, a complete total idiot for everything she's done to harm Black people in general with her stupidity. That bitch and him, birds of the same birds of the same feather. Like they do this performative thing, and I doubt they actually believe what they're saying. They're just doing it for, well, clicks and I guess money or whatever. And I'm like,
Definitely.
what's it gonna take to sell your soul? Like sell your soul like
For
that?
them, not much. For them, not much.
And it's crazy. Okay, so I don't know if you heard of. Sorry to go a little off topic, but I don't know if you saw this video about this gay conservative guy.
Oh, you talking about Rob Smith, or is
Yeah,
that like
that
or is because I've give I love giving a good nickname. My nickname for him is Bousse. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about him, and shout out to Kid Gravity and also shout out to the Amazing Lucas, because I know Kid Gravity did a live stream talking about him. Amazing Lucas did a video about him. Man, now that is a wake-up call. Now that right there is a wake-up call, and the cherry on top of that whole thing, well, that's probably not the best choice of words concerning him, but the interesting thing, I was getting ready to say something else, but that wouldn't sound good either. But the interesting way to end things off with him is he had to run to CNN, the liberal network, to air out his grievances about what happened, because he couldn't go to Fox News and say it.
I saw that.
I think that's probably what made the whole situation even more interesting, right? Kid Gravity, pause. Definitely pause. Though I think if I had said what I was going to say after, that would have been a bigger pause than the other one. But but y'all get it. But I think that's what made it even more funnier, is that you had to run to the quote unquote liberal network to air out your grievances about what happened to you at that event. And
Yeah,
then when you got online on Twitter to talk about it, they were clowning you there too. So now you know that they were not your friends.
he
And we
found
keep
out.
trying to tell people over and over and over again, but they don't listen to us because they think like the movie Toy Story. They think they got a friend in them. They are not your friends. But some people need a good swift kick in the ass to understand what it is. And he found out that day. Now the thing is, will he continue to be on that side? Because remember, if in case you didn't know, I don't know if he's still married or not, but he is married to a PC man.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
He is or he was, but I don't know if he's still married or not, but he is or he was married to a PC man.
And that's crazy because I know a lot of them PC folks, they like to cling on to us melanated people and use us as a kind of shield for whatever bullshit they're trying to cook up. And it's ridiculous. I don't know why people haven't learned this yet. But hey, every raccoon gets a wake up call eventually, and I'm
Definitely.
sure this clown is definitely gonna get his. I mean, if it's not too, before he figures out that he's made a huge mistake with his life, or whatever, man. Folks like him, we don't need to. Honestly, we don't need to give him a time of day. I just find them really amusing because
it is all you can do is really laugh at it. Like I don't find myself like losing sleep over this. I find myself just laughing at it because I know that their moment will come, and it's only a matter of time that the next stream that I do about him most likely is going to be a triple P. Then we can laugh definitely. Some more.
Hey man, I'll be right there with you, brother. I swear to God, like it's crazy. But thanks for letting me on, and have an awesome New Year's as 2024. Hopefully, most of these raccoons get theirs next year. I pray.
Yeah, like I said, it's an election. The election is next year, so we're gonna see what's about to happen. All right, you have a good one.
You too, sir.
All right. Shout out to Xavier. Next up, we have Little Low. What's going on?
Hello, is my audio good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. The two calls before, he said you got the Stephen A. That was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to call him the Oswald dad. Like that's so far pushback, bro. He's the Oswald dad. But to coming on to the Candace Owens and stuff like that. I was literally about to ask you, like, how long can they like buck dance? But you pretty much cleared it up. Like they do it for 24/7, and
yeah, it's like literally their tap dancing is the equivalent of a hamster on the wheel. Like it's a constant like rotation, and the thing is with the hamster on the wheel is they're constantly moving, but they're not going anywhere.
Right.
Like literally, that's what it is for them. They literally have boxed themselves in, just like when I was talking about with Candace. Remember when she had the that interior designer? She had contacted like an interior designer to do her home, and he said he wasn't going to do it based on her beliefs and everything like that. And and then he wouldn't even do it on behalf of her husband. I don't know what her husband's beliefs is, but apparently his beliefs must be somewhere lock and step with her because he married her and ended up having her pop out 3 of his children. But he decided he's not going to do it. And then you had her fans try to say that it was racism. But the thing is, one, I highly doubt that's what it was because he didn't give off the vibe, and he just basically said he didn't mesh well with her views. But her supporters, who were mainly PC, were trying to say it was racism. But the thing is, she boxed herself into a corner where she said so many anti-black things. She's like literally throwing the cape on for PC so much. She cannot come out of her mouth and say something was anti-black because she's been so opposed to it for so long. If she was to say that, it will blow her whole spot up. She will be seen as a hypocrite. So she has to nest in that as far as her receiving certain treatment from other groups of people because she can't say what it is or what she thinks it is. See, us over here, we can call it out because we've been on that since day one.
Right. And don't forget you got a check from that too. I won't ever forget that. You mean from you talking about the NAACP?
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why we know she. That's why we know she grifted. I think they said even a few years ago, and I think Kid Gravity could definitely back me up on this. They had pulled up some stuff that, like, she had some kind of a blog or something like that, where she was constantly going at Trump and all this type of stuff like that before she decided to take the grift pivot to be a quote unquote conservative. And the thing is, a lot of their supporters like that, they know that they're grifting, but again, like I said earlier, they use them as a shield.
My only question to all these coons and everything like this, when is it going to? I know this is sad. You wake up every day cooning, bug dancing, and you know you can be replaced at any time, any moment. And I know they're not getting paid a lot
Because they think they're
crumbs, basically.
special. They think they're special. They think they won't be touched. They think they're the one, like they're Neo in the Matrix.
But all they are is what was his name in the movie? Stan or Steve or whoever the enemy was. They just a whole bunch of Stans and Steves. I forgot the enemy. The guy.
Agent Smith. Agent Smith.
There you go, Agent Smith. I know it's not with an S, but all just basically Agent Smith. That's it. You can just be replaced easily. That's all you are. But first time coming up here. Appreciate your work, Torian. I don't know how you get up early in the morning and do these, because you always catch me at the wrong time.
Wait, hold up. Are you on the West? Are you on the West Coast?
No, I'm in the East Coast. I'm in Maryland.
Oh, what part?
I'm in Harford County.
You said Howard, or you said Howard County?
No, Hartford.
Hartford. Okay. Because like I'm in Maryland too.
Right. And I don't know how you get up and do these lives. I'd be like, bro, every time I'd be like, I gotta catch his live, then I'm in the middle of work. I'd be like, damn, I missed it. But appreciate your work. Love the format you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a happy new year. Appreciate to everybody in the chat. I'm out.
All right. Shout out to Little Lo for coming up. Next up, I'm going to bring up Jonathan. What's going on?
What's going on, Tori?
Yeah, it looked like you was getting a workout in.
Yeah, I'm out here in this beautiful gym that's been like newly made in Houston, called EOS Fitness. They got a lot of nice shit out here.
Hey, do you think you can get like in a quieter location, because it's like a lot of background noise?
It is actually. So yeah, let me go to the restroom.
Let me mute him right quick, and then when he gets to a quiet place, then, because I can hear a lot of that music, and the last thing I want YouTube to do is send me one of them little copyright emails. So, and then I want to be able to hear what he has to say. Shout out to everybody that is in here right now. I'm gonna keep it going until, for like another maybe 10 minutes. Oh, okay, that's better.
All right, man. So reason I wanted to put my little 2 cents in on here too about this, because I kind of follow CJ Pearson since Facebook. Actually, started from YouTube when it was about that little Indian boy who had a little clock thing, and they mistaken him for a bomb, and they almost charged this little Indian boy. But they turned out it was a mistake, and he ended up not getting in trouble. And CJ jumped in and kind of had some words about it and was against him not charging him. Ever since then, I was like, okay, let me see if he's actually, if he's one of those boys that's like intelligent and on our side. I saw photos of him, with white folks, Trump. He was saying that Trump would help black people more than Obama, and I was like, we all know like that BS was not true, and I was like, that he's one of those coons. Damn, they got all little young ones cooning as well, like they got the older ones. Oh,
yep, and that's the whole point. They get them when they're young. Like I told people, this started like when he was around 14. Like I said, I remember seeing him like just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and they kept propping him up, and then he just kind of like went silent for a couple of years, and then he popped up last year out of nowhere with Kyle Rittenhouse in that picture. Oh shoot, we lost him. Damn. Yeah, but like I said, he popped up out of nowhere, And here he is. Hopefully Jonathan can come back. I know he was in a location where the connection might have not been that great. Hold on, there he is.
My bad. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
No, what I was saying is like they started him out when he was 14, and that's what I always say. They don't really get people when they are already in an age when they're already set in their ways. They get them when they're young, when their mind is still developing. They're very impressionable. He was 14 at the time. He may have been younger. I'm not entirely sure it was necessarily 14. It could have been 12. I'm not sure. He was a minor, very, very young. Mind is still developing. Everything is very impressionable around him. He's definitely has not experienced life at all. We still was asking the question, who are your parents? Where are your parents? Like that was the main questions we was asking when he first burst onto the scene, and we never saw his parents. So we was like, who raised him? Who would put him out there like that for that kind of consumption? Then he just kind of, like I said, he faded into obscurity for a little bit, and then he just popped right back up as an adult, and here he is. But that's why I said we got to tackle this now before they get an opportunity to really elevate him to a Candace level, once they're out, like really, really out there.
Man, that's exactly what I've been thinking, because I've seen him like post stuff on Twitter. Oh, this dude posts on one of his tweets saying, "I'm not African American, I'm an American," like pandering, and I'm like, what in they literally, have you noticed that all these coons never bring up their parents and all that? I think Tatum Tatum posted a photo of his father. He actually posted his father on his page, and I was like, that's funny because usually they won't even post their family members. Tatum actually posted his father on here, and he seems happy with him, and I'm thinking that he approved of coonery or something. I don't know, but I know this. CJ, he's another coon that has some closest family members. Maybe his family and they don't want to have nothing to do with the coonery he's playing, because I don't know if you notice. Most of these sellouts, most of them either do it for the money or do it, for the money, or they just do it because they don't want to get treated the way how we get treated, like, because they feel like they're being looked at as N-words if they go against their white counterparts. So they side with them. Some of them actually got that wake-up call, but they still kind of side with them to still get some kind of check to survive, because they know for a fact if they try to get a job or try to come back to us, they know we ain't gonna accept them because we didn't appreciate how they, throw us under the bus as much as they did to, approve their white peers. So we doesn't. So at this point, if you wanted to jump on our side now, you should have been there when you realized that this ain't gonna get you nowhere. Like American Lucas, he saw that this whole doing this for these racist whites ain't cutting it, and he's not going to, and he realizes that's weak for someone to sell their own people out to get a check. So a couple of years later, when the whole Rashard, who got killed, I think it was Rashard Brooks in Atlanta when they killed him, he did a podcast about that and started seeing the BS the police was doing and not trying to help assist Rashard. And that's when I started seeing videos of him starting to see the light and the true colors of white supremacy. And he started just going off on them. He started calling out all the true things, all the real stuff that's going on that these other coons refuse to show. Because they always show one side of how the police do beat up on a black person and that part, and they talking about how to get away with it. But there's another part of how it started, and they noticed they never posted that part. Tatum, Owen, I can go on. Terrence Corny Williams, Anton Daniels, they like the type of people that's just gonna go one side just to prove their white peers. And it's like you guys know what's going on, but you're not trying to reveal the whole truth because you're too busy trying to, butter up your white peers that will throw you under the bus as soon as you're under the same situation as we are. And it's like you don't even have to be in a situation of committing a crime. The police just want to mess with you like they mess with us because they're gonna look at us because we're like accused. It's like they feel like we are suspicious, and they will treat you like how they treat us. And if that were to happen to y'all and y'all still cooning, oh, then that's gonna be on y'all and no calling your way back to the community. And it's sad that they've been so brainwashed to like sell out their own community just to please these folks who really don't give two shits about them.
Right.
And Pearson, and honestly, no offense, but how the hell that boy get to Alabama University? Because the shit he said that come out of his mouth sounds dumb as hell. And then the reparations. Remember, I remember you called him an idiot because he mentioned about reparations that black people must come together to open businesses. But to open a business, it takes money. So if we get those reparations, we can open up a black business. And I'm like, this boy must have had someone cheated for him for a favor to get into Alabama because there's no way in hell you're going to tell us we don't need reparations to open a business. We need to come together and be together as a crew. Yeah, we got the heart, but at the end of the day, it costs money to open a business. I've known that, and I only went to college for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it takes money to open up your own business. I got friends who had their own businesses. You know what I'm saying? And they worked hard all the way from college, had their own little business spots until they became the people that they are today. And so hearing that stuff that came out of PJ's mouth, it just mind-boggling. I'm like, wow, like him and how you pronounce that? Emeka Efinoli. It broke my heart when that girl was coon. She's way too pretty to run with them folks. She's gonna lose those pretty looks of her real soon. I'm not gonna even lie.
She's no longer there. Like she's no longer at PragerU. Like she left. I guess now she's doing her own thing. Me and Kid Gravity had spoke about this a couple months ago when she left, and I said they kept that real hush hush of her leaving. I don't know if they like forced her out or if she left her own free will or whatever the case may be, but she's no longer there. But yeah, she's another one. She was one of my early Black Karen entries. I remember talking about her last year, and it felt so good to call her out. Too bad I wasn't doing live streams to like impromptu streams at that time talking about her because that would have been perfect. But hey, listen, I have to go through one more person because then I have to actually get up out of here. But I'm glad that you actually came up and gave your piece.
Hey man, I love your videos. Well, every time I see you post a video and you funny, you funny the way how a man with a high IQ explain it. Even the CNN and Fox Sports News can't compete with you. You, Phil Scott, man, Willie D, man, y'all inspired. One day I'm gonna have my own channel and do what y'all do.
Okay.
So thanks.
All right, appreciate you. Shout out to Jonathan for coming up, and the last person we're gonna have is Till Dog. What's going on?
Hey man, I know after last night I said I probably wouldn't jump up on another stream, but I had to when I saw Stephen A. Smith. But it's like from the movie they clone Tyrone. Mm-hmm. It's like every time one of these people, one of these shields or coons or whatever you want to call it, every time one of them gets their wake up call and they break their tool, they pull out a new one. They got a new one there just waiting in the wings. Like you said, it's like almost they're grooming them when they're young. And so let's just say Candace Owens, once she finally gets the boot, then it's somebody like him they pull out. And it's almost like over TikTok, there's this other one, and this guy is so far gone to be as young as he is. His name is Jeffrey Mead, and he is so annoying. And it isn't like they even believe what they're saying half the time, but they're just grifting for the clout. And I guess the little, like you said, the little butter biscuit. Speaking of that, with them holding a Kentucky Fried Chicken box, and it's almost like with all of them. I have to get like Jay-Z and say, we don't believe you. You need more people. And it just reminds me of no matter where you go, it's just no matter where you are in this world, as soon as one finally gets that wake up call, they kick them to the curb, embarrass them, like they sort of what they're trying to do to Candace Owens right now. Notice she's been speaking here and there, but she hasn't been just all out with it like she's been in the past after Ben Shapiro and that other guy, the one that put her on to begin with, basically told her go sit over in the corner and learn your place.
Exactly.
And so it's like I just can't wait till the day comes with this, because this one here I can't even take seriously. I just like we've been doing all day. All I can do is clown and laugh at this one, because it's just like, dude, I can't even look at you and take you seriously.
Exactly.
And so that's really shortly all I really wanted to say briefly. Oh, and I wanted to make a correction. It wasn't Laquan McDonald's mother that went off on those people. It was Elijah McClain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one where they killed a man with some kind of horse medicine or something like that. And it was him. But either way, like I said, I was just so proud of that woman. I wish I could go find her right now and give her a hug and just say, this is what we need. This is what we need. We need to start at it, because I imagine she's just slightly out of my generation. I'm 55, or maybe right in my generation, but the kid was old enough to be my kid, one of my kids. And so that's how I would have felt, because it's like, I'm not offering forgiveness for you if you take out one of my family members, especially one of my children. There's no way you can explain away what you did. And when that time comes, yes, I hope you burn right in hell, just like she did. And we need more of that. We got to get off all this damn forgiveness. And I don't mean to go into that rant again, but again, it's just like, I'm just waiting. I'm hoping 2024 is the year that for Larry Elder, which he sort of got his, a little bit of his, and Tim Scott, but especially damn Brandon Fakem and this fool right here. So that's really all I got to say today, man. And once again, hope you have a happy New Year. And if you're going out New Year's Eve, just stay safe. And all the people in the chat, stay safe yourself if you're going out to do something, and be one.
Exactly. All right. Well, you have a good one. Thanks for coming up. All right. Shout out to Tildar for coming up. And that was the last person right there. Let me acknowledge the super chat from Hacksign KT for the $5. It says Happy New Year and B1. Shout out to you and B1 to you as well. So that's going to bring this particular stream to a close. Shout out to everybody that came up. Like I said, I wanted to keep the line open an hour this time instead of the usual 30, since it is the last roast of the year. Of course, there will most likely be more of these going into 2024 as well. But shout out to everyone who donated: Blacklight Andrew, CBP Film, Blacklight Andrew again, and Hacksign KT. Also, shout out to Char Willie for the Cash App over on Cash App. Shout out to the people who was able to watch over on X, who when I was multi-streaming over there. Shout out to everybody in this chat. Shout out to my patrons on Patreon. Y'all got a new video today. Shout out to all of the members, people who follow me on Instagram and all of that good stuff, the people in the Discord too. I will be back on here tomorrow with the 11 a.m. pre-recorded video, Eastern time, of course. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Be safe and be one.